Human resources job postings are up by 52.5%. What does that really mean for you as an aspiring HR professional, or if you're currently in HR and you're looking to kind of navigate and make a little pivot in this field? I'm going to be talking about it in this video coming up. Hey there, my name is Yannicka, and I am here to help you navigate the HR space. And in this video, we're talking about all of those popular HR jobs that are being posted out there now. We've seen a huge increase in job opportunities and job growth because a lot of companies are really focusing on a lot of the hot issues that are going on right now in this post-pandemic era that we're currently in right now. And to put things into perspective, the human resources profession was kind of like going in a downward spiral due to AI and different types of automation tools that were seeking to kind of eliminate the human touch. And me and a lot of other professionals within the community were just kind of pushing back on all of that automation because honestly, we still need the human touch. Human resources need to be the face of the organization when it comes to interacting with the employees. So now that we're on the backside of the COVID-19 pandemic, we're going to be in this for a while, guys. So hang tight. A lot of employees experienced a huge punch to the gut last year when they lost their jobs. They were furloughed, they were laid off, they were terminated for bogus reasons when the parents couldn't find childcare for their kids. And honestly, right now, a lot of people are very hesitant to return to the workplace. So now companies must be very innovative when it comes to getting people to apply for those jobs and actually stay with the organization for the long haul. And this is where HR is going to play a very strategic role in the organization, whether it falls underneath the recruiting or onboarding or whatever your role is going to be. Some of the things that companies are really focusing on right now is diversity, equity, and inclusion, retention, wellness, and mental health, because a lot of staff members have been experiencing a high level of burnout. And overall compliance within the organization is critical because we've seen new laws roll out very rapidly on the federal level, on the state, and on the local level. So having a human resources or a dedicated human resources department to take the lead on all of those things and stay abreast of all of the new shifts and changes that companies need to be aware of. Some companies may choose to outsource that function, and that's perfectly okay. And others will decide to bring in a new team of human resources professionals. And either way, whether you're looking to get into HR or whether you have been at it for a while and you're just trying to navigate the space, you can actually work for an outsourced partner. You can launch your own HR consulting business, or you can begin to volunteer or intern at some of these organizations to really get a grasp of where it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to focus on within your career, and what you're really passionate about. I feel as if right now is a really good time to hone in on all of those passions that you may have and really drive your career to the next level, because there's just a huge overall need for human resources professionals regardless of the size of the organization. So I want to take a moment here to break down a few of the key points that I mentioned earlier. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. We know that a lot of companies are really focusing in on this. However, as an HR professional, a practitioner, it is very critical for you to be able to go into the organization, identify the problem, and create an actual solution for that problem. We've seen companies stamp pictures of minorities on their main website, and then they have the little EEO statement written in the bottom of their job description when they say, hey, minorities are encouraged to apply. But once someone gets the job, they do not feel welcomed at all. And I have been in that position myself, and I could definitely tell you some very interesting stories, which I'm not going to get to in this video. But honestly, a lot of people have shared with me, and in a lot of the communities, is that they get the job and they think that it's a minority friendly environment, and it's just not. So it is very important for companies to address these issues head on instead of just peddling words and just saying phrases that they think that's going to attract someone from the LGBTQ community, or someone who's coming in from a military background, or someone who's come in from a domestic violence issues, people from all walks of life. And it's so important for companies to make them feel as if they have a place to actually work and earn money for themselves as well as manage their career. And it's just not acceptable anymore to just give lip service to the various groups that really need a little bit more attention and a little bit more respect in the workplace. So now let's move on to workplace violence and really shedding some light on that as well. Companies need not take this lightly. This is very critical. We have had a lot of workplace violence incidents occur this year, from stewardess being attacked on the job just by doing their jobs, or just asking the passengers to wear a mask or buckle up their seatbelts. And this creates a very hostile work environment, a very risky environment at that. And another part of the other side of the spectrum on workplace violence is also when an employee is terminated, or when an employee is threatening their coworkers. After termination, we've seen where employees will go in and shoot up the place because they're not happy with what has happened to them. So they take it out on their coworkers or anyone who's in their way. And we've also seen domestic violence incidents spill over into the workplace. These are very critical things, and it's very important for a human resources practitioner to really stay on top of the analysis that go along with all of these instances that have occurred. And this is done in an effort to prevent it, or actually, you can't really prevent it, but you can definitely prepare the organization in the event that workplace violence or workplace shooting actually occurs. Another key point is compliance. As I mentioned earlier in the video, there has been a lot of federal, state, and local laws that have changed. And it is very important for HR to stay on top of that and to protect the company as well as protect the employees, because there has been new rules and regulations regarding terminating someone based on age, based on parental status, based on a lot of other things, or maybe even the company has a lot of bogus reasons as to why they want to get rid of someone. But we are seeing that the whole at-will state, and we can fire anybody anytime we want to, that's not playing out very well in the courts right now. So if you ever get a chance to do a little research on some of the latest cases that the Department of Labor has settled, definitely check them out. And another key point is, of course, I'm always going to say technology, because technology kind of makes the world go round. But honestly, as an HR professional, you have to stay on top of the latest trends and the newest technologies, and understanding that not all technologies are created equal, and not all of them are going to serve the needs of the organization. But you want that technology to be able to capture employee data and capture the various things that you want to be able to track within the organization to help the organization manage those risks, manage any changes, and just the overall employee as well as candidate experience within the organization. All right, so that is it from me in this video. If you like what you've heard, I would like for you to click subscribe. And don't forget to join me in the Facebook group. I'll leave a link below so you can join us. We want to have some great conversations. I want to answer your questions, and I will see you in the next video.